ensuring a constant electricity supply for a minimum of 30 years without needing a replacement.
I'm going to be reacting to this video, and at the end of this video we're going to find out exactly how long it's going to take for us to get our money back if we get the wind turbine. So sit back and enjoy.
Now, diving deeper into the core of our topic today, let's get to know more about the ice wind turbine, a noticeable innovation that stands out from the traditional wind turbines we're accustomed to seeing. Unlike the horizontal axis wind turbines, which dominate the landscapes of wind farms with their gigantic propeller-like blades, the ice wind turbine introduces a fresh perspective on the world of wind energy, especially for residential homes. The vertical axis wind turbine. What gives the ice wind turbine its edge? First off, its ability to capture wind from any direction without a hitch. Its vertical axis design boasts a unique construction with 6 blades that spin around a central axis, resembling a carousel in motion. Said differently, there's no need to constantly realign its orientation, making it perfect for those areas where the wind just can't make up its mind. For homeowners, this could mean consistent flow of energy, ensuring your turbine is always at the top of its game regardless of the shifting winds.
Before I start my reaction to this video, I just want to be clear that I don't have any problems with ice wind turbine. My pursuit is for us to be realistic. So if you watch my previous video, I just want us to be realistic. You cannot get sun 100% of the day, and you can also get winds 100% during the day. So that is where being realistic comes in. Now, if you look at your screen right now, you can see other videos that I saw on the internet that are talking about the same ice wind turbine. A lot of them are talking about how good it is and how it might even be better than your solar panels and everything. Even this video that I'm watching now talked about how it can match solar panels on different fronts, but I didn't bother to put that part on this reaction video, so you can go and watch the video on your own. I'm going to put the link on my description so that you can watch the video. Reacting to what he said that this vertical axis wind turbine gets wind from all directions. Even if you're the one that makes a vertical axis wind turbine, it's going to get wind from all directions. All vertical axis wind turbines get wind from all directions, as far as it's not coming from ground or from up. So that's something that's unique to vertical axis wind turbine. Now, talking about a wind turbine being on top of its game, all you need for a wind turbine to be on top of its game is just good winds. That is not something new as well. So I decided to just let us know that.
Unhindered by weather or time, it generates electricity with a consistent breeze, negating the need for backup systems or storage solutions. Furthermore, this allows for the potential of selling excess electricity back to the grid or powering additional devices. Like I mentioned before, the ice wind turbine maintains its efficiency over time. It resists wear and tear from wind, rain, snow, and dust, ensuring a constant electricity supply for a minimum of 30 years without needing a replacement. This equates to lesser maintenance and replacement costs when calculating your wind system's return on investment. A notable advantage of the ice wind turbine is its minimal spatial requirements and few replacement restrictions. Whether installed on your roof, balcony, fence, or a yard pole, it captures wind from any direction without needing specific orientation or angle adjustments.
The only time you're not going to be needing a backup for your wind turbine is when you're getting consistent wind for 24 hours. And last time I checked, there's no location on planet Earth where human beings live that have 24 hours consistent wind. That is not exactly true when it's talking about you don't need backup. They're talking about selling electricity. By the time we do our calculation on how much power we're getting from this wind turbine, you're going to find out that the only time you can actually sell the power you're generating is when you're not at home, maybe you travel or something. We'll leave that to the end of the video. Then talking about space. The reality about wind turbines is that if you truly want to get power, you have to take them up with a mast, a tower or something. And by the time you look at the cost, you'll find out that it's better to use your rooftop or something with solar panels, all things being equal. When you talk about it does not consume space, I don't know what they mean by that. The space you are not using, you have to convert it to taking your wind turbines up. So I hope that is clear.
But what about the cost and the return on investment? Now, the cost of the ice wind turbine varies based on your selected model and size. Starting at $3,200 for the Freya model and $5,400 for the Endure model, these prices cover installation and connection fees, but exclude taxes and shipping costs. Available for purchase directly from their website or via authorized dealers, the ice wind turbine is accessible for those ready to make the transition to wind energy. The payback period of the ice wind turbine is influenced by local average wind speeds, electricity prices, and your own electricity consumption or sales. Based on the information provided by Icewind's website, you could recoup your initial investment in 5 to 10 years, subject to these variables. This implies potential future savings on electricity bills or additional income from selling excess electricity. To provide an example, in a suburban area with average winds of 12 miles per hour and electricity rates at 15 cents, a rooftop Freya model from Icewind can generate roughly 100 kilowatt hours monthly. This results in $15 in savings on your power bills, recovering the $3,200 investment in about 18 years. Selling excess electricity back at 15 cents per kilowatt hour can cut the payback time to around 9 years. These are rough estimates and may vary. For precise calculations, use Icewind's online calculator and compare the results with solar panel returns to make an informed investment decision.
Personally, I wouldn't want to use their calculator to do any calculation because I feel I'm going to be misled. One of the things I can easily do is to pull out what we call a wind turbine power curve. So that will give me an idea of what to expect at half the wind speed. That's if I'm assuming I'm going to get half of the wind speed of the rated capacity of the wind turbine throughout the period of its existence. So a quick math here. If the maximum power for the wind turbine is about 200 watts and the power we're going to be getting at that speed is going to be at that wind speed is going to be about a third of the rated power. So you can consult your wind turbine power curve for further information. So using that half average wind speed, the power that I will be expecting is going to be about 67 watts. So 67 watts throughout the day will give me 1.6 kilowatt hours on a daily basis. So 1.6 kilowatt hour in 30 days will give us approximately 50 kilowatt hour. If 1 kilowatt costs me about 10 cents in my own country, that's what it costs. We're looking at in a month, we are going to save about $5. So in a year, we're going to be saving about $60. So let's just assume that because the manufacturers cannot come to my country to install the wind turbine, they're going to put a discount of maybe about $1,000. So that leaves us with about $2,200 that I'll use to purchase the wind turbine. I'm going to install it on my roof, assuming. If I buy it at that $2,200, if we divide it by the amount we are spending on a yearly basis, that will help us know how many years it will take to get return on investment. So if you look at your screen closely, you see that it's going to take us 36 years to get a return on investment. Now, this is assuming we're not going to spend any money in terms of replacing any part or maintaining the wind turbine throughout that 36 years of its existence. This is the reality of a wind turbine for you. So there are some countries that definitely have very good winds that this might make sense, and maybe the electrical bill for some countries may also be very high. So that will make it make sense in that regard. But my point is this: I don't have any problem with the manufacturer, neither do I have any problem with this video, because in fairness, if you watch this full video, which I left the link in the description below, he was fair enough in terms of his judgment and everything, and even said that we can consult their calculator. Most of the other videos we watch just tell us how wonderful it is, but these people never buy the wind turbine. They just talk about how good it is, maybe just to get the views or just to whatever. So that's it for this wind turbine. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment in the comment section below, maybe if you don't understand how the calculation was done, or maybe you have a wind turbine, and just let us know like what you get on a daily basis from your wind turbine on the average. It's really very helpful for people to get that kind of information. A lot of people just think that wind turbines, once you get it, you are going to be working with the rated power. What they don't know that it's about a tenth of the rated power that most people are going to get on the average. And when you do your calculation from that standpoint, you are not going to be disappointed. See you and catch you guys on the next one.